This is Constar Review with Martin Bennett. Alright, welcome back to the next episode of Constar Review. Today we have the episode Gemini. It's relatively short, not too long. Under 10 minutes, it's about a 6 or 7 minute video. Some of them get longer, some of them are shorter, so it's I guess you'd say could suit it around your watching needs. If you have a short amount of time, hey, this is perfect for you. Without giving too much away right now, without you watching the video, it sets up a lot of things to come in future Constar and Menard videos. That I'm not gonna say much else about it right now, so watch the video. Like I said, it's about 5.5 minutes, so just a few minutes out of your time today. Watch it, and I'll catch you on the flip side, and we'll talk about it some.
So you're telling me that this future boy is not aging? That it's this quadlithium?
That's exactly it.
I'd like to arrange a meeting with him. With all that, he could be in danger.
I'll see if we can arrange that.
I'm going to do everything in my power to find this stuff. If you find anything else out, let me know.
Understood.
Menard out. Computer.
Working.
Search members of the network.
Working.
Give me a list of the 3 closest members.
So, this kid is from the future?
It seems so.
And the Gamma Quadrant?
Uh-huh.
Well, I've been part of the network longer than most, and I've never heard any story like this.
I know. If these crystals do half of what he says they can do, we need to find them.
We should try the archives and see if there's anything like it.
There's things I need to attend to, so I'll focus my efforts here.
Try and get things ready for your wedding, huh?
Am I that transparent?
Emily would be more dangerous than this. If you need us, let us know.
You're probably right.
It'd help if I knew what we were looking for.
I'd rather you not ask me questions. The less you know, the better.
Some of these specs, they're outside of my expertise.
Trust me, I know what you're capable of.
Well, I was hoping to get transferred to the Valiant. Just remember all of this.
Trust me, I never forget a thing.
So you've been back on Earth for 2 weeks and haven't even contacted me?
Busy with things. You know how it goes.
Yeah. You know Jason's been missing.
Has he?
When I heard you were back, thought he might have been with you.
I guess that's one more thing we need to look into.
Speaking of, there's a signature you gave me. In orbit, a ship. The Dominion?
Rousseau here, Bridge. This had better be good. I just did 16 hours on duty. Can I help you?
Commander, there's an Aurelian bomb in your quarters. I don't know exactly where it's at, but it'll kill everything on the deck if you don't stop it.
What? How do you know?
Commander, this is Lieutenant Commander Menard of the Valiant. You've got no reason to trust me, but if you value the lives on your ship, you've got to trust me. Please, we've got to stop that bomb.
How do we stop something like that?
Take the main computer offline. That'll give us a full energy signature.
We can lock on and beam it into space before it's had a chance to do any damage.
Okay. Computer, take the main core offline. Emergency code Rousseau 7925.
Scanning for the bomb.
Locating and transporting.
So, do we know who planted the bomb?
No. I spent over a half hour discussing it with Commodore Grissom. I like his uniform.
You know, it seems like this whole thing might have been part of a ruse.
What do you mean?
When the main computers were down, so were the defenses for the information. In Federation space, you wouldn't think there would be a problem. But somebody took the time to download the information. We're just trying to find out what.
Well, this whole mystery is not looking good. Well, guys, if you'll excuse me, keep me posted, though.
Minard, what are you doing?
All right. So now that you've seen the video, wow. Like I say, it's one of those, few minutes long, but there's a lot packed into it. Another one that proves that you don't really need a whole lot of Star Trek stuff, the props, the uniforms, all that, to tell a good, compelling story. On the side of what Vance filmed, there's very minimal props. I mean, there's the desktop viewer, and I believe that's all that he uses, aside from the sound effects for the viewer. Now, on the side that Rousseau, the captain of the Dominion, there's a little bit more. There's the uniform, there's the visual effect of the Dominion, the Dreadnought Dominion, which is, in my opinion, a great ship based on the original designs of believe it was Franz Joseph. He designed a dreadnought type ship, a little bit more armored up, a little bit more powerful, because of budgetary constrictions back in the 60s. It was never seen. It was in I believe the original Star Trek technical manual came out around the 70s, I think. Early 60s. Early 70s, late 60s, maybe. Not sure on the time frame of that, but please forgive me if I'm wrong. Now, the first bit, that's a little bit of, if you know, you know. If you've seen many of the Constar films from later on, your first clue that something is amiss is Menard wearing green. We all know that Menard's colors, for lack of a better term, are the red and the blue. And when he's not wearing that, it usually tells something about his state of mind or some other things that are going on. Green is quite different for him. He's behaving like normal, talking about the network and, getting that going, researching for this child and about how the child is potentially from a future time. Getting things ready for the wedding to Emily, who we haven't met yet, but if you look close enough, in the background behind him in a couple of the scenes, you see this picture of Menard and another crew member, in a hug, an embrace. And like I say, eagle-eyed viewers will see that, give you a little hint of who Emily is. You'll see her in a couple episodes, don't worry. She'll show up. But, there's this mystery of somebody trying to, I guess, infiltrate or scare Starfleet by planting a bomb on the Dominion. There's a lot of intrigue there, a lot of, I will say, hidden things that are, again, foreshadowing and putting forth the storyline for later episodes. The final clip right before the credits, you see this strange person, almost looks like Spock, but the mirror Spock. Now, I'm not sure if we've ever gotten confirmation that this is Mirror Spock or another Vulcan who looks like Mirror Spock. But he calls Menard Minard. Now that is quite different, Granted, everybody has different pronunciations for things. But Minard is a little bit different of a pronunciation. Could that be setting something up, or could it just be a Vulcan mispronunciation? We will definitely see in future upcoming episodes. If you can't wait for my reviews of them, feel free, go ahead and watch the videos on your own. They're all available on YouTube. As far as production-wise, I have no questions about this, no things that I see could have been improved. I mean, for a no-budget production, the name of the channel, I'm not trying to plug it, I'm just trying to say, this was produced on no budget, it came out pretty well. It came out very well. I mean, there's, granted, again, I know wind, I have touched on that before, is a thing. If you're filming outside, you're going to have nature working against you. I mean, it's just plain and simple as that. Some things can be a little hard to hear or hard to understand to some people. Some people can understand perfectly fine. Being indoors, as all this was filmed, I mean, you can control the environment quite a bit and get it to suit your needs. You can reshoot it easily, you can reshoot outside, but you're still at nature's whim. Like I say, special effects wise, everything gelled together where it should. It came together perfectly. The only qualm that I have is Brousseau knows nothing about Menard. First time ever being contacted by him, and yet trusts him and his partner next to him on taking the computer core offline on his ship. And all he knows about Menard is, "Hi, I'm Menard from the Valiant." I mean, granted, I understand Starfleet is an organization based on trust, based on respect, but at the same time, I mean, if somebody tells you to do a major thing to your ship who you're not familiar with and you've never heard of before, and just calls you up and says, "Hey, do this to your ship right now," are you really going to believe them just like that? I mean, granted, it was the right decision to believe him, but I don't know. I mean, to me, that you have to suspend belief for a moment and think that everything's kosher and great and everything. Possibly, we didn't see there could have been an authorization code or an access code that only Starship personnel would know to authenticate themselves that Menard had sent to Brousseau, that we didn't see. That could have been something that happened without it, being mentioned or anything like that. I know this is a nitpicker thing, but it's a little thing that stuck out to me. overall, though, like I said, a good, solid episode. I'd say it's a good basis. It's showing everything getting built up again with the network, with trying to get that going and get that set to bring it out to fruition in later episodes. So at that, I will end this review this time around, and I will get to the next one. Next week's is not necessarily a Constar exactly video, just like a lot of these are. A lot of them are building up and setting up things in the Constar universe. So next one will be I believe it's a Dreadnought Dominion episode that crosses over with Menard and the Valiant, possibly the Constar, the backstory of setting up everything that's going on. So I will see you then. Hope y'all join me back for the next episode. Hope y'all join me over on the Nerd in Texoma show that I also have on this channel. So take it easy. Be good to each other, and we'll see you next time.